I was in the gallery in Grey Lynn. This kind of quite gentle man came in. He said he was an artist. His name was Roy Good. And I was pretty blown away immediately by the stature of the work that I was seeing before me. This kind of quiet man, very unassuming, had actually had quite a pivotal role in the visual culture of our country.
I, of course, knew about the Bauhaus school in Germany, and the principle that was established there, that there was no real division between the arts, crafts, fine art, architecture, design, one not being any better or higher or well regarded than the other, but it was something, you know, you practice as a craftsperson across the whole field. The fact that abstract painting was a manifestation of the principles of the Bauhaus absolutely struck a chord, and there and then I really decided that was my direction.
For somebody who's had such an extraordinary career, what is it, like 60 odd years that he's been practicing, because I think he had worked a lot as a designer in industry, he didn't ever have that kind of recognition from the art markets.
The painting always kept me sane. An artist said to me years ago, he said to me, "Roy, why do you paint at night?" And before I could answer, his wife shot in with the comment, "Because he has a day job." Oh, you know, I kept pinching myself. Is this happening? Am I getting paid to do this? You know?
His work was everywhere. His graphic work was everywhere. You wouldn't have recognised it as Roy Good work because his name was never attached to it. But when you turned on the TV, or you went to Kelly Tarleton, even the original concepts for the branding for Te Papa was a Roy Good idea, and it was a really interesting one.
Roy has maintained the same love of colour and his interest in the psychological effects of it. So he is unique, and I think needs to be accorded the kind of respect that, you know, we give the great masters of New Zealand art, the McCanns and the Wollastons and so on.
And he did that over and over again with his other pitched roof houses.
Roy Good is one of our greats, and even as a cultural import myself, I can say that hand on heart. He's a national treasure for this country.
You know, as an atheist, a long-term atheist, 3 generations of atheists in my family, we're not believers in any traditional religion, but there's still a need within you for some sort of level or area or something in your head that requires an uplift to balance out the everyday struggles of life and existing and paying bills and all that sort of stuff. And art always provided that for me.
Never stops. The last time I was in his studio, he was doing 3D models, and I was like, "Roy, what's this for?" He says, "Well, I wanted to experiment and see how the light hits the surface." And I thought, that inquiring mind, you know, he'll still be thinking when they're carrying him out in a box.
There is a twinkle in his eye, and I think he is always refreshing his work. He is always creating new ways of puzzling the eye and teasing perception.
He never gave it up. He continued to do it, and I thought this would make a really interesting film to explore, and something really, really important to the art history, not just of Aotearoa New Zealand, but actual global art history.